And welcome everyone to this week's BFG review. Now before I get started, I want to start off by thanking anyone who's watched my previous videos, and a special thanks to all my subscribers. Now with that out of the way, on to this week's film, which is Rambo: Last Blood. Directed by Adrian Grunberg and starring Sylvester Stallone, Paz Vega, Yvette Monreal, and Sergio Perez Manchetta, this film follows Green Beret and Vietnam vet John Rambo as he must confront his past and unearth his ruthless combat skills when his friend's daughter is kidnapped by one of Mexico's most dangerous cartels. So, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is not a great film. It's barely even a good film. I'm not saying it isn't enjoyable, but for me, it was just a very generic, revenge-driven action movie. Now, I'm not the biggest Rambo fan to begin with. I thought First Blood was great, not only for its action, but also for what it has to say about PTSD and soldiers coming back from war without a real place in society. And then the second and third films are just full of amazing 80s action cheese with some still poignant messages. And then the 2008 Rambo film is a brutal, unrelenting action film that I really enjoyed from beginning to end. But unfortunately, Last Blood doesn't really offer anything new. It's not as visceral or as action-packed as the 2008 film, or as poignant or introspective as First Blood. The first act is much slower, with some less than stellar acting from the supporting cast. And while the second half is much quicker, with the entire third act being one big climax, I didn't care enough about these characters to be truly invested when the action did ramp up. But even though I wasn't fully invested, the action in this film still kicks some major ass. These are some of the most brutal kills I've seen in a long time. It almost makes John Wick look tame. It's so much fun watching Rambo taking out dudes left and right in the most gruesome ways. And the final kill is so damn intense, it almost makes the film worth it. So if you're looking for a film with just a lot of gruesome, bloody kills, you might find this film quite enjoyable. Also, Stallone's performance is pretty good. It's no Creed, but he's not sleepwalking like he is in The Expendables. And the film doesn't really drag on too much. Coming in at only 90 minutes, it breezes by. But even with all that, I just never found myself really caring about these characters or what was happening to them. And one last thing I'm going to say about the film is that it's really not that well made. There's some painfully noticeable green screen effects, and some mediocre directing, and some really cliched dialogue. So, in the end, while Rambo: Last Blood has some amazingly brutal action and an enjoyable lead performance, there just wasn't enough to make me truly care about what was happening, and in my opinion, earns a C letter grade. So, those are my thoughts on the film. Let me know your thoughts on the film, as well as your thoughts on the drawing, in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified anytime I put up a new video. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.